Welcome back, gang! Happy Tuesday. It's meant to be Sunday, but it's Tuesday, so I'm sorry. If you're new here, every week we run through the 3 projects that we're working on here: farm, social media, and platform, Yosis. Our goal for From the Ground Up is to try and reseed the infrastructure of food production across the UK to make it easier and more affordable to access local and sustainable food, and also enable those who sell it to do it much more efficiently and more easily. It's been a busy week. It feels like a busy week, but also because we've come into Tuesday of this week because I failed to post on Sunday for the first time ever. And some nights I've been up until like 3 a.m. posting. Anyway, you know what? Past me, I've been let down. We move. So it's still a little bit hand to mouth around here. We still haven't had any rain. Like the ground is opening up beneath us. Essex clay is just drying out faster than anything. We've had a little bit of rain last 2 days, enough to sort of soak the stones, but not enough to actually cause any growth. So better than nothing, but not far from nothing. Julian is very much still helping us out, giving us more round bales this week, and has also tracked down some rectangle bales for us of hay. I'm trying to avoid going on the grass for as long as I can, just because if it had just 3-4 days of rain, it would really jump up and we could basically graze what we've got for almost the rest of the year in rotation. Granted, we get some rain over the summer. Best laid plans, eh? Busy week. We had the vet out on Wednesday with a pregnancy test for the cattle, which the test itself went well. The result wasn't exactly what we were looking for, but I'm learning to come to terms with it. So basically we had 9 cows tested. We had 2 calves on the ground, bringing us up to 11 potential calves for this year. From the test, we found out 3 of them were in calf for this year and imminently. And then the rest, we had 1 cow who's out of calf, which wasn't a surprise because I've seen her bulling the last few days. We've got 2 cows that are in calf, but only 2.5 months in calf, which means they belong to the new bull Kelso, which is a surprise. We thought they'd all been bulled by the previous bull. And so our oldest cow, Abigail, 15 years of age, is now calving in the middle of December. So that is actually quite alarming and quite a risk, especially if we don't get any hay in, if it doesn't rain anymore and we can't cut any grass. And then the 3 heifers, we've got 5 heifers in total, 2 of which are in calf and are going to calf in about a month or so. And then 3 of which have all slipped the ball, and they are 24 months old now, so I expect them to be in calf. Not necessarily a long way along, but in calf nonetheless. The vet was very complimentary about their follicles. I think it was their follicles, which is on the top of their ovaries. But she said there'd be no way of telling if they've just been caught. One of them's definitely been flirting with the bull, so hopefully they are being bulled, but it's quite early on. And it might just be that these cows come into bull later, but it's not ideal. So that means we're going to have 5 calves in this spring-summer section. We're going to have 2 winter calves, and then we're going to have 4 calves beginning of next year at earliest. So I don't know. It's not ideal, but at the same time, I don't really need 11 calves. We're struggling with the grass as it is today. With the cows we've got, we're up to 23. And as a result of that, one of the cows, the vet said was imminent to be calved. And in pregnancy testing her, we must have dislodged or broken through the sac. And because I was chatting to the vet before she left, and by the time I got back to the field, she dropped it in front of me within about 10 minutes. So I think it was definitely induced. It doesn't seem super early because she seems fine, a little heifer calf. But it was a bit alarming, the speed that she came. But she seems to be doing absolutely fine. We were a bit worried about whether the mother's milk had come through effectively, but it had. We were just panicking a little bit, but kindly the vet supported us through that. A very lovely vet. We're still fencing. finally finished the field pretty much. The contractor who's doing it is taking his time a little. I need to now go around and do the electric fence, and then we will have actually fencing back again. I've done all the stock fencing around the perimeter. We've now up to 1 kilometre of fencing out there. We had chicks this week, 260 of them, out of 430 eggs. So still a much lower ratio than I would like. Fertility rate was higher, but then the hatch rate was kind of the same as I've seen before, which I'm still a bit disappointed about. But what's frustrating is that it doesn't seem to be any consistency within that hatch rate. So some eggs seem to not be thin enough, and then others were just sort of stuck in the egg. Which the latter suggests it's too wet, it's too humid at the end, and the former suggests it's not humid enough early on. So I'm going to continue doing research on it, which I don't know why. I don't know why I can't get it right. I got thermometers in there and thermostats in there, which should be telling me the right thing, but I don't know. So then I was vaccinating them there as well at the weekend, 260 chicks. I can't vaccinate them on my own anymore because I'm not quick enough, because I don't have an injection gun yet. And so a friend in the village comes and helps, and we did 260. We have to do it within an hour. As soon as you mix the vaccine with the, what's it called, solution, you have an hour. And so we had to do, when you did 260, pretty much bang on an hour. So I don't know what we're going to do when we go higher. We've also had a change of plans. The royal we, as a family, sat down, and Dad, who's built his new chicken house, originally he had changed his mind and wanted to put the older chickens in there because he wanted to see what they're like laying. Now we've pivoted back to putting the little chicks in there, which actually works way better for me because it means I don't have to faff around moving hens around between all the different houses. I can just put chicks out in the new house. But yeah, it doesn't bother me. I've managed to disconnect a little bit from the farm, like ownership, from the point of view of I don't get too caught up now in the details. I do what I need to do. I manage everything here, and if he wants to change stuff, he can. It's the Yosis and what we do there is far bigger and the larger project. The only thing that I was challenging him on and trying to push is that I'm stuck in this position now where I've got to launch Yosis and get it to a point where it can support us as a farm. And to do that, I can't get the farm too big because otherwise it's going to sap too much energy. If I start delivery rounds, if I get too many hens here, if I need to be on the farm for too many hours within a week, Yosis isn't going to grow to what it needs to be. So I'm at that sort of juxtaposition where I've got to really place my stepping stones really carefully here. And it is now the strategy that I take personally, and then the launch strategy of Yosis, and also the launch strategy of the farm, to try and balance those things out. The goal is get Yosis working, build a marketplace, and then we can increase the size of the farm to match that demand, which was always a little bit part of the plan. We've always been putting cart before the horse with the chickens, in the sense that I've been producing more eggs than I've ever sold. I have got eggs coming out my ears, but I still send them off to a charity at the moment just to take the pressure off, because it takes the pressure off all of us if they're not just sitting there waiting to be sold. So that works really well. So moving on then to social media. Let's start recording. So we actually start on Instagram this week. Shout out to my Instagram fan. You know who you are. So I put the carving video and the hatching video on there. I'll put them on, I think I put one of them on YouTube. Yeah, 46 views. So I don't know if that's because it's in vertical, it's in horizontal or what, because it doesn't count as a short because it's too long. Why can't I never freaking remember how to go to analytics? Dashboard somewhere, manage videos. Here we go. Here we go. Subscribers exactly the same as last week, which is good. Means no one's left. So don't get any ideas now. So yeah, we got 46 views, which isn't too bad. We're still getting a reasonable. We got a whole whirlwind of comments in last week. I think I responded to them all. If I didn't respond to your comment, then I do apologise. But that was mostly around the new logo, which you all seem to like, so we're going to stick with it. Thank you for the feedback from everybody for there. Let's go then on to Instagram, which talked about reasonable interaction on these. Good number of comments on on both, I think. Yeah, 18 comments, which is always the one I look for. And shares as well. And we'll get onto TikTok in a second, and it blows my mind how many times these videos are shared. This video is great. Well, actually, it's not. The start of this video is possibly one of the best starts I've done. Got to get that clickbait in it. So that's Instagram, 5,000 views. Not too bad. Not too shabby. TikTok, we were making moves. I have failed Come Collect Data to me since Wednesday. However, I've had the most successful week, having failed in producing TikTok. Come Collect Data to me, we've had the most successful week. So, same 2 videos, 20k on the vet one, where I declare my love for the vet. You see, this is just nuts. 608 hours of people watching them. 13% watched the full video. I'm happy with that. 70p rewards. I don't know why rewards have done, why they're now the way they are. Like that video in times gone by would have done 5-6 quid, but this one's done 16 quid. So couldn't tell you. Could not tell you what the difference between those videos are. If anyone's got any knowledge of that, I'd be all ears. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because this isn't the way I'm going to make my money. For now. 148 shares. This is what I mean. Like that's what blows my mind. 148 times someone's thought, I'm going to send that to someone. Bonkers. 80 times they thought, I want to watch this again later. It's crazy. Crazy. Age-wise, I think I'm about where I'd expect to be. Like these people, I think, and also the customers are people I want to get hold of as well. So mostly in the UK. Pretty central split. But still not a massive amount of new followers, 228. I'd love to get that over 50k. 50k just seems like a nice number to get to, but at the same time it means nothing. And like I know we talk a lot about numbers here, but like I just think the interaction I get on the videos today is exactly what I'm looking for. Then we can use it occasionally to bounce and build and send videos that we're trying to advertise stuff or we're trying to get engagement for. I can create clickbaity videos and we can do that together because you're going to have to teach me how to do that. 300 posts exactly. That's cool. There's also 2 years since I left my last job. So maybe I should do this. I should add those 2 numbers together, shouldn't I, on my LinkedIn post. Listening on the radio today about song contest winners who got 2 minutes of fame and then everyone just sort of forgot about them. What I'm doing now, I like to think, is building the groundwork and the basis of people that are really genuinely interested in what we're doing. You can then form the core of the movement that we will generate, and therefore it won't be a flash in the pan. Anyway, so let's move on to Yosis. I am now pretty happy and confident and comfortable with this. I have got it. I can now report my own bugs, which actually works really well. And Stephen and Johannes have been doing that in production, and I've been able to track all that stuff as we go. This is a QA environment, so it's not really got anything real in here. Although some of these bugs do need to be fixed. Not good. That's not working. Yosis itself, I've got to sort out this landing page. I want to sort this landing page out before I post about this on LinkedIn, because it's not quite right. I'm trying to draw. Where are we? I'm trying to draw this in Instagram. I'd be really struggling if I was trying to draw it in Instagram. Trying to draw this in Illustrator, which is basically I have not been able to create a graphic of what does Yosis do and be able to look at it and see and resolve it just like that. I don't think this is quite there yet. But it's what I want to put on the homepage, just so you can read through of like how can you link all these different pieces together. But I think it's almost there. I need to replace the logo. The yogo. God. For anyone that was following along on the favicon or logo debacle, why are you the way you are? Let me expand you. Anyway, different websites have different logos. So yeah, those are the three. That wasn't worth the time for anyone. What else we got? Good, that's broken. But I'm really happy with where we are. We're going live, friends and family. Well, I'm ready to go live. Ready. The gents over in Finland have officially become chicken farmers, so congratulations to them. They are now bigger chicken farmers than me. They've got 1,400 hens, which is BEA bananas. BEA bananas. BEA bananas. Fuck. Anyway, it is crazy. So good luck to them, and I'm very excited for them. And they've also continued to be a wealth of knowledge and help in doing what we're doing on the platform. Speaking of which, I need to get a translation doc over to them sooner rather than later. I'll do that after this. So yeah, really happy. I got another couple of customers lined up. One of the big customers I want to go and speak to is AQM. AQM? Anglia Quality Meats? Yes, this lot. And what I want to do with them is basically give them an opportunity to white label the platform, and they're a cooperative, effectively a cooperative builder. They buy meat off of farmers and sell it through their avenues. Sell it anyway. They sell meat. They buy meat from farmers and they sell it, and it means that farmers can just sell meat to one place. Really cool what they're doing, and effectively what I'm trying to build miniature versions of across the country and allow people to really easily spin up and do. And I think they could really use the technology really powerfully. And it sounds like the tech they're using already is pretty clunky, speaking to some of their other customers. So I'm hoping there's an opportunity there. I'm meeting with one of their team in a couple of weeks. Right, so that is it from me today. Apologies, it's only Tuesday. You're going to hear from me much faster again, because you'll see me again on Sunday, unless I fail again. Thank you if you're still watching. I appreciate you. If you're not watching, I appreciated you stopping watching earlier, but nonetheless, thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one.